You've been waiting, wondering, hoping, when will my life finally change? The answer is now, not tomorrow, not someday, this very moment. The struggles, the doubts, the sleepless nights, they were all leading you to this turning point. The door to your destiny has been unlocked. Are you ready to step through? The weight of uncertainty for far too long. Every morning you wake up with the same question lingering in your mind. Will today be the day everything changes? You've put in the work, the effort, the sweat, and yet it always feels like something is missing, like a force beyond your control is keeping you stuck. You see others rising, effortlessly stepping into success while you remain in the same cycle, working hard but barely making progress. Every step forward is met with another setback, another rejection, another disappointment. It feels like you're walking in circles, chasing something that always slips just beyond your reach. But let me tell you something powerful. That cycle ends today. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, every moment of doubt, God has seen it all, and He has not abandoned you. What felt like silence was not neglect, it was preparation. What looked like rejection was not punishment, it was positioning. Think about it. Why have you been tested so relentlessly? Why have you endured challenges that others never seem to face? Because you are not like everyone else. Because the weight of your calling is greater than you ever imagined. God was never ignoring you. He was refining you, molding you, strengthening you. Every hardship was a lesson. Every delay was divine timing. Every no was making way for a greater yes that is about to unfold before you. Your time of wandering in the wilderness is over. The struggle, the lack, the uncertainty, it's all about to shift. The door to your breakthrough has been unlocked, and all that's left for you to do is step through it. The financial battles that once held you captive are losing their grip. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The days of barely getting by, of wondering how you'll make it to the next paycheck, of feeling like abundance was meant for others but never for you, those days are gone. Because God is doing something in your life that no one saw coming. He is turning your story around in a way so miraculous, so undeniable, that even those who doubted you will have no choice but to witness the transformation. And this is not just about money. This is about a shift in everything. Your mindset, your confidence, your vision, your entire reality is about to change. The weight of failure, of disappointment, of rejection, it's lifting. You are stepping into a new season. A season where opportunities find you, where doors open without struggle, where the abundance you've prayed for becomes your new reality. And make no mistake, this is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is divine intervention. So prepare yourself. Because when this breakthrough comes, it won't trickle in. It will flood in. The favor that is about to pour into your life will be so overwhelming that even you will struggle to comprehend it. Everything that has been holding you back is about to be removed. The roadblocks, the setbacks, the betrayals, they served their purpose, but they have no place in your future. Because you are no longer fighting for survival. You are stepping into prosperity, and nothing, no force, no doubt, no past failure can stop what has already been set in motion. The waiting is over. Your moment is here. The long nights, the endless worries, the weight of responsibilities that never seem to lighten. You've smiled through pain, pushed forward despite exhaustion, and held on to faith even when everything around you seemed to crumble. And yet, despite all of it, people have doubted you. They've looked at your struggles and assumed that's all you'd ever know. Some have even laughed, whispered behind your back, judged you as if your current situation defines your future. But what they didn't realize is that God was setting the stage for your greatest comeback. They saw your struggles, but they never saw the strength you built in silence. They saw your rejections, but they never saw how each one was pushing you toward the right path. They thought your delays were defeats, but they were actually divine redirections. And now, the very people who overlooked you will be forced to watch as God elevates you. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. The rejection you faced wasn't punishment, it was protection. God was keeping you from settling for something less than what you were destined for. Because you were never meant for mediocrity, you were created for something far greater. You've spent years watching others rise while you struggled to get a foot in the door. But what if I told you that the doors that once refused to open are about to swing wide, without effort, without force, without struggle? What if I told you that the tables are turning in your favor, that everything you've prayed for is about to manifest in ways you never expected? You are not stepping into just another season. You are stepping into the season, the one that changes everything. The limitations that once defined you, they are breaking. The setbacks that once held you down, they are losing their grip. The struggles that made you question your worth, they are being erased, because God is about to pour into your life in a way that will leave people speechless. This is not just about financial breakthrough. This is about total transformation. Your mindset is shifting. No longer will you think in terms of survival, but in terms of abundance. Your opportunities are expanding. No longer will you chase them, they will chase you. Your identity is changing. No longer will you be known by your struggles, but by your success. And the best part? There's nothing anyone can do to stop it. The people who doubted you, the ones who walked away, the ones who told you it was impossible, they will have no choice but to witness the blessings that are about to overtake your life. Because when God moves, it's undeniable. So get ready. The doors that once seemed locked forever, they're opening. The opportunities that seemed impossible, they're aligning in your favor. The very things you thought you lost forever, they're coming back to you multiplied. And when it happens, when the overflow begins, remember this: you were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You were simply being prepared for something greater than you could have ever imagined. The struggle is ending. The breakthrough is here. Are you ready? That you would never make it, that your dreams were too big, that you were chasing something impossible. Some of them were people you trusted, friends, family, people who should have supported you. But instead they turned away, left you to struggle alone, and watched from the sidelines as you fought to survive. But what they didn't know is that God was watching too. Every cruel word, every dismissive glance, every moment you felt small, He saw it all. And now He is about to silence every voice that ever doubted you. Because when God decides to bless you, no one can stop it. The same people who laughed at your failures will soon be in awe of your success. The same ones who ignored your struggle will have no choice but to witness your rise. The same ones who assumed you would always be in lack will be left speechless as they see the abundance that's about to flood into your life. You see, your story isn't ending in struggle, it's ending in victory. For too long you've carried the weight of rejection. You've wondered why certain people walked away, why doors kept closing, why it felt like you were always left behind. But what if I told you that every rejection was actually divine redirection? The people who left were never meant to stay. The opportunities that slipped away were never meant for you, because what is meant for you is greater than anything you've lost. And now, that greatness is unfolding. No more wondering if you're good enough, no more questioning your worth, no more feeling like you're always one step behind. God is shifting your reality. The blessings that once felt out of reach are coming straight to you. The tables are turning, and for the first time, you are stepping into a life where favor follows you, where opportunities seek you out, where doors open without effort. And when this transformation happens, when those who doubted you see the impossible become possible in your life, remember this: you don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them an apology for your success. Your blessings are not for them, They are for you. God is not just elevating you, He is making you a testimony. Your life will become proof of what happens when faith meets divine favor. So let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them try to figure out how you went from overlooked to overflowing. Because they will never understand what they were never meant to see. The mockery ends today. Your rise begins now. Your moment would finally arrive. You've seen others rise effortlessly, doors opening for them while you struggled just to get a foot in. You've questioned why your path was filled with obstacles, why nothing seemed to come easy. But now, everything is about to change. Because what's coming your way isn't just another opportunity, it's the opportunity. The one that shifts everything. The one that turns your story from struggle to success, from rejection to elevation. And this time, you won't have to fight for it. You won't have to chase it. The blessings coming your way are divinely appointed. They've already been set in motion. You've tried to make things happen on your own. You've worked tirelessly, pushing, striving, doing everything in your power to break free from the cycle of struggle. But hear this. Your breakthrough isn't coming from your effort alone. It's coming from divine favor. God is placing you exactly where you need to be. The opportunities you once thought were lost are about to resurface. The resources you never had access to are about to be placed in your hands. The wealth that once felt impossible is now within reach. And here's the most powerful part. This isn't just about you. The abundance that is about to flood into your life is meant to flow through you. You will not just be blessed, you will become a blessing. You will become a vessel of provision, a testimony of what happens when faith meets divine timing. You will no longer have to struggle to make ends meet. No longer will you wonder if you'll have enough. God is about to position you in a place of overflow, where you always have more than enough. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to transform the lives of those around you. The people who once pitied you will soon look to you for guidance. The ones who assumed you'd never rise will be the ones witnessing your elevation. The world will see your transformation and know that it was never by luck, it was by divine design. You are stepping into a reality where you don't just survive, you thrive, where your name is no longer associated with struggle, but with success, where your story no longer revolves around hardship, but around abundance. And the best part, no one can stop it. No one can undo what God has already set in motion. So let go of the doubts, let go of the fears, let go of the idea that you're always one step away from failure. That season is over. Your season of elevation has begun. Step into it, own it, because this moment, it was always meant for you. Running a race with no finish line, every step forward seemed to be met with resistance. Every breakthrough felt just out of reach. You've worked harder than most, endured more than many, and yet the rewards never seem to match the effort. But hear this, that season is over. You are no longer striving for survival. You are stepping into a life of abundance, a life where favor follows you, a life where blessings seek you out, not the other way around. What's about to happen in your life is not gradual, it's sudden. One day you'll wake up and realize that the struggles that once defined you are gone. The weight of financial stress, the pressure of never having enough, the anxiety of what comes next, all of it will be lifted. Because when God moves, He moves completely. The transformation won't just be in your finances, it will be in your confidence, in your mindset, in the way you carry yourself. No longer will you shrink yourself to fit into places that were never meant for you. No longer will you allow doubt to hold you back from stepping into your true potential. Because when God blesses, He does so abundantly. The same people who once questioned your potential will have no choice but to acknowledge your success. The same doors that were slammed in your face will be flung open. The same opportunities you thought were lost forever will return. this time with greater rewards. And here's the truth you need to embrace. You are not lucky, you are chosen. This is not about fate, chance, or coincidence. This is about divine alignment. Every setback, every hardship, every moment of doubt, it was all leading you to this exact moment. God didn't forget about you. He was preparing you. He was making sure that when your moment arrived, you would be ready to receive it. So now, the question is no longer when your breakthrough will come. It's already here. The only question that remains is, are you ready to step into it?